us then to our next big question, and the result it threw up. Are you considering rooftop solar was, of course, that big question. And actually 67% people, Jayajit Bhattacharya, saying no, they aren't. Just 31% people saying yes, they are considering or have it.
In fact, I'm one of the few people in your survey where I have both an electric vehicle and a rooftop solar.
Okay.
And I can tell you the problems and both. If I just look at the rooftop solar, I am getting a subsidy which I have to go through in rigmaroles to get that subsidy. I have to get an intermediate company which will then deal with the government and its issues in reaching out to the state government and the electricity company to be able to get the meter installed, to be able to get the clearances, the approvals, and then the subsidy. It is a pretty long route. On the other hand, if I do the calculation, my average GST of the entire equipment is coming to about 13%, whereas the subsidy is coming much less than that 13%. So if the government is really serious, then just remove this 13% GST, which is 18% on some stuff and 12% on some other stuff. If they can simply remove this GST, then there'll be huge uptake because there'll be no leakages in terms of going through these rigmarole of subsidies, of going through a third-party company, adding extra cost to the implementation, and there'll be a euphoria of implementation of the rooftop solar. So that the hurdles and challenges have been introduced through these mechanisms, and we've already seen the memes and jokes around the popcorn tax. So I think there is there is similar narration in terms of solar, where it gets difficult for the ordinary citizen to be able to go ahead and implement a rooftop solar. In addition, it's not just the solar power per se, but it's also maintenance of the panels which becomes a challenge. If it is not cleaned up on a regular basis, then the power generation reduces very, very significantly. I'll tell you, in a month, the total units generated by my panels, which is a 6 kilowatt panel, is merely 18 units. So I'm told that it's because of the dust that is accumulated. Now, in a polluted city like Delhi, dust is something that we have to live with, and it will keep coming on top of the panels. And therefore, the effort involved to clean it up is significantly more, unless a third party takes up the challenge of providing the service of coming and cleaning it up. So we are still settling down. It's not that people won't adopt. It's not that the government is not streamlining the policies. There is a dynamics between the state government trying to implement it and the central government's policies. So all of that will get ironed out as we move forward. But currently, these are the challenges being faced. And it's something similar to even the EVs, as rightly pointed out by Mr. Dua, that there is a range anxiety that is still there. The charging infrastructure is not there. There are many charging places where the copper wires have been cut out and taken away. So it's only the boxes that are there, but the charging cables are not there, and so on and so forth. So it'll take quite a bit of time for public trust to come in to be able to migrate to these new age technologies.
Okay, let me in fact quickly